with another video. This time it is my monthly coloured pages. So I have a really huge stack of books here. So I'm going to pop these to one side. These are in no particular order of when I coloured them. So firstly we have one that's not finished. Let's see, this one. This was the first page, funnily enough, that I did this month when I was down in Cambridgeshire. And for this page I used Polychromos, the Koh-i-Noor blender, and Arteza Twi markers used as watercolours for the background. And this one took me just under a week to do. This is on my Instagram and I'm really pleased with how it turned out. Hopefully you can see that okay, because the lighting's not great today, I must admit. But yeah, that is the first page I coloured for this month. If you want to follow me on Instagram, guys, my tag is the same as my YouTube name, addicted2, as in the number 2, colouring. Okay, next page I have is from 50 Spring Miniatures by Camellia Angel Cova, and this was done on the 23rd of March and finished on the 24th of March. For this one I tested out my new Brute Funa pencils, which you can see in my colouring supply hauls video that I just recorded. And I also used the Koh-i-Noor blender, and for the background I used Derwent Academy soft pastels. So that is that one. I had a lot of fun colouring this, and this book was gifted to me by Ashley. And because these flowers, me and my friends said they look like snowdrops, so rather than just leaving them white, I wanted to add a little grey shading just to give them some definition. So that is that page. Next on here we have my colouring PDF folder, and the two that I did as PDFs this month were actually both competitions. So firstly, when I can find it, we have this one. This was done on the 20th of March and I finished it on the 21st of March. So it actually only took me one day, which is really surprising. I must have really gone for it on this one. So for this I used Spectrum Noir base, I believe, on the owl and the smoke. I also used Pro Markers and Arteza Everblends as a base. I used Arteza Expert pencils for shading and a white Posca pen for all the stars and a couple of highlights scattered here and there. Excuse my tummy, wow, I'm hungry. That's crazy. Let me take it out of this plastic packaging. Okay, so here is that one. The background I did with pencil, and I actually recorded a tutorial video for this galaxy background, so that's on my channel if you want to go check that out. So that was that one, and that was for the Mardel Rubio competition, which sadly neither me nor Lynn won, but I really enjoyed colouring the page nonetheless. The next one was for a Hannah Lynn competition, and I decided just to enter one of them. There was 2 pictures that you could enter, but I just went with this one. I started this and finished it on the 26th of March, Again, I use Spectrum Noir's Pro Markers Arteza Ever Blends as a base, which you can see there. I also used Pentel Dual Metallic. So let me take this out. And hopefully we can show that. There's the Pentel Dual Metallic. And I also used Zebra Glitter Gel Pens and Spectrum Noir Sparkle Pens, which is what's on the rainbow. Really, really glittery and sparkly. And I'm quite pleased with how this turned out. I don't think it will win because it's by far not the best. But I had fun colouring it anyway. And I also used a white Posca pen again for the stars and the highlights in the eyes. So that is those two from there. Next we have Steampunk Darlings by Hannah Lynn. And this was a buddy colour in our Buddy Colourists Messenger group with the lovely Sam. And we both did this page. So for this, I didn't actually pop on here when I finished it, but I believe it was the day after. And I used Spectrum Noir and Pro Markers as a base, which you can see there. I used metallic gold gel pen for, I think it was like the glasses and some of the cogs on her. I used Pentel Dual Metallic for the silver work. And then I used the white jelly roll for some highlights and did the filigree work with Polychromos. And I did her skin with Prismacolors. So that is her. Quite pleased with how that turned out. About halfway through the month, I was wanting to do something simple, slight burnout. So I just wanted to colour something nice and simple, and I did this for Mother's Day. This is from Jade Summers' Adorable Owls, and I called this one I Love You Mum. Started it on the 16th of March and finished it on the 18th of March. And for this I used Spectrum Noirs, Pentel Dual Metallic in gold, and Zebra Glitter Gel Pens. So nothing fancy, just straight colouring with some sparkle glitter gel pen. And that did the trick. That got me over what I needed it to. Okay. Next one, we have Magical Jungle by Johanna Basford. And I did this as an inspiration page for the Buddy Colourists challenge for the end of March, which was animals. So for this one, I did it on the 21st of March and finished it on the 22nd. And I used all Arteza Expert watercolour pencils. That was all I used on this page. Nothing else. And the paper took these pencils really well. There's no buckling or anything. So I used the watercolour pencils with the Derwent water brush pen. And I really like how that came out. It's nice and vibrant. And that was my first time using the Arteza watercolour pencils properly. So that was that one. The next book was A Whip from ages ago. Me and my bestie Emma was doing the page in here together, and we finally finished this little frightling. This was started on the 9th of October last year and finished on the 21st of March this year. So I used Black Widow pencils for most of it, white Posca pen for the stars and mushrooms, Prisma blender pencil just to blend it all out, Spectrum Noir clear sparkle for her wings. I'm not sure whether that will pick up or not. Can kind of see it there. And black Arteza watercolour pencil for these wings, and I was really pleased with how that came out. I love that effect. So I'll bring it up so you can see it better. So glad this page is done. The reason why it took so long is not because we spent ages doing it, it's because I can only colour with my bestie when she's not working, and she works quite a lot. So the next one we have is another Colouring Heaven. This is Dreamtime Special. This was another whip that I managed to finish. I started this on the 1st of February with Ashley and Fiona, and I finished it on the 20th this month. I used Black Widow pencils, Kohinoor blender, Arteza Everblends for just for some of the flowers for some reason, don't really know why. A metallic gold pen for, in fact that looks like Pentel Dual Metallic on the house there. And a white Posca pen for the spots on the mushroom. Not really that pleased with how this mushroom came out, but I was just pleased to have it done. And then I used Arteza Twi markers as watercolours for the background just to give it a little wash. And that was that one finished. Had a productive month. Next we have Nice Little Town by this says Tanya Bogema Stolova, but I also know as Tatiana, I believe. This is Nice Little Town 6, and this was a body colour with Lynn in our body colourist group. One other lady may have joined in. I'm not sure who it was. Sorry girls if you're watching this. We started this on the 15th of March and finished it on the 16th. I used Arteza Everblends and Pro markers as a base, and white Posca pen for some highlights, and mushroom, and Black Widow pencils for shading. And I really like how this turned out. So let's take that flag out of there. I thought I'd actually done 2 in this book, but I only see 1 flag, because that was done last month. Maybe Lynn did 2, but I didn't join in with the other one. I think that's what happened. So that was that one anyway. I did one from the Night Voyage by Daria Song, and this is the first picture I did in this book. Started this on the 14th of March and finished it on the 17th. I used Polychromos for the gold work here and the numbers. And I used Inktense for the background. I used 2 different colours of sea blue and iris blue. I used Pentel Dual Metallic gold and silver for around the letters here and the cogs, and I also used a white Posca pen for all of the stars. And I mean, it doesn't do it justice, but this is super shiny. I love it. Really pleased with how this turned out, and my little cat's cute. So that was that one. I decided to do a page from Camellia Angel Cover's Spiral Mandalas. It wouldn't be a month's colouring if I didn't do a mandala of some sort. Okay, so this was a 5-pen challenge with Ashley, and I started this on the 9th, and I believe I finished it the same day, although I haven't written it down. And I used Spectrum Noirs for this page, picked at random. I ended up with IG8, EB3, GY1, GB11, TN6, and that's how it turned out. Nice easy page. Just wanted to do a 5-pen challenge with Ashley. So that's that one. I then finished my whip from this book, which is Colouring Book of Flowers and Sweet Girls. So I finished this page. You may remember from the previous video I coloured this page, which was designing her dress, and as you can see I transferred that over to this page. So I started this, I didn't put the date down, but I wrote down mid to late February, and finished it on the 13th of March, which is why it's in this video. Everything was polychromos apart from the birds and the framework of the greenhouse, which were black widows, and I used Arteza Twi markers as watercolour for the glass in the greenhouse. And I love how this turned out. Love it. And this paper works so well with the polychromos. And this one is also over on my Instagram. Getting towards the end, slowly. I finished another whip from ages ago. I didn't even write the dates down in here. I just wanted to get it done. So this is my mermaid from Jade Summers' Art Nouveau book. I haven't done anything with the splashes here, but I used, in fact I didn't even write down what I used, but I know I used alcohol markers as a base. I've used Arteza Twi markers as watercolour for the sky. I'd probably use some black widows, some Prisma maybe for her skin, some glitter gel pens and Spectrum Noir, sparkle for the tail on the mermaid. Not sure if that's picking up or not. There we go. So that is that page. I am so pleased that is done. I could have done it 10 times better, but I was just over that page. I was over it. We then have Johanna Basford's Wildflowers. Absolutely love this book. And this was a competition page. I haven't written down what I used or when I did it, but it was towards the start of the month. I used Arteza Twi markers as watercolour for the background, surprise, surprise, and I believe I used polychromos on everything else. There's a little bit of jelly roll as highlights as well. So yeah, that entered Johanna Basford's competition. This picture was also on my Instagram. Oops. And the last book we have is Geometric Mandalas by Jade Summer. I bought this for Ashley during the month of March because I wanted to do like a 5-pen challenge with her. That's the wrong flag. I don't think we got around to doing a 5-pen challenge, so I did one by myself. And for this I used Arteza Everblends. I've written the colours down there just in case you want to replicate what I used, and I also used the Pentel Dual Metallic in silver and the violet with metallic blue. And I love the colour combination for this. And I think the Pentel Dual Metallic really sets it off with the shiny elements. So that was that, and it looks like I also used a jelly roll for highlights. So that is all the pages I've done for this month. Oh, lots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 pages. 16 pages, what a good colouring month. Okay guys, I will see you on my next video. I hope you enjoyed this, and happy colouring!